2, 1. Hello and welcome back to the Waffle Podcast with me, Carlo, and the man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, it's Mitesh, guys. How's everyone doing, man? Bro, it's been so long.
It's been a long time. I think it's around 6 months.
We've been waffling, but just not in front of the camera.
Yeah, man. Well, what have you been up to during this time?
Bro, man, well, I'm just happy. Things are opening up again. I can finally go cinema again, which I'm gassed for. We both saw Cruella together.
Yeah.
Emma Stone was just...
She's fine, but the movie turned into
I just can't. She was amazing.
The movie turned into like 10 different things, man. I wasn't even sure what was going on.
I quite enjoyed it overall. I think it wasn't the strongest, but I mean, bro, that performance was just mad. Then I saw Godzilla versus Kong as well. That was mad. And yeah, man, just trying to get out there again, go pub and stuff like that. Euros is on, so that's keeping everyone occupied, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you're missing the best film. You're missing the best film. I went and gone and seen Demon Slayer.
Oh, I knew you would say that.
Mugen Train with my little cousin. Yeah. Oh my God, that film is amazing. It's broken every goddamn record known.
I had my friends went to see it, and they asked me if I wanted to come, and I was like, nah, I'm not into that shit. But apparently I should have been because it was amazing.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. It was so good. And then like at the end, my cousin was like crying, and I just couldn't stop making fun of her. But then
what's happened? For context, his cousin is under 12 years old. So
no, I think she's 13.
Oh shit!
I think.
I just want to give the age away, because like GDPR or whatever.
Oh, is it?
No, not GDPR. But, like, privacy.
But then on top of that, we started learning to skateboard, and then I may or may not have torn my ACL, but we shall find out when the scan comes in.
Yes, let the doctor check that out.
Yeah,
get that. Do not.
I mean, now I'm in the new office type of area.
Yeah, Carlo's got a new office. Yeah. I'm in like a new study room. I'm not in the kitchen anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's an upgrade. We're upgrading. That's all we do here is go.
It's all about the studio, man. It's all about the studio. The production costs. They're just going from nothing to like just a bit of something.
Yeah, just something. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. Now we're here, isn't it? But talking about now we're here is what's going on with the UK, man.
Yeah. Look where we are. Should we get into it?
Yeah, so I mean, we're out of COVID, like not out of COVID, but like vaccines are out there. People are getting vaccinated. Yeah. You've been vaccinated? Let's put it out there. I've been vaccinated. Both vaccines done.
I got first vaccine done. Pfizer. Parents are all vaccinated up. 2 doses. So yeah, it's going. Everyone's ticking it over.
Yeah, and now that people are getting vaccinated, things are opening up. People can go out. 2-meter rule is probably now not a thing, but
when it was a thing, when the 2-meter rule should have been applied, someone did some very, very naughty things.
No, I just want to ask just quickly, like, this guy is probably the second most powerful guy in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Behind Boris Johnson, right now.
Over the past year,
yeah, over the Samsung. And if you don't know who we're talking about, obviously it's the health secretary,
former health secretary.
Yeah. Correct again. Yeah, former health secretary Matt Hancocks. Well, we know the names are not just for show.
No, but he obviously, I think was it Friday or Saturday, it got leaked that he had an affair with one of his aides.
Not just and it's one of his closest uni friends.
Yeah, apparently they're uni friends as well. And and then the Sun released some CCTV footage from his office about them embracing very passionately, shall we say? Which was kind of
he went straight for the back, bro. That bunda, fam, man, got a fistful, fam. Yeah,
he would just. To be fair, he's probably had such a stressful day. He's like, bro, just Abijah, come here. But yeah, man. First of all, I didn't know. It's a bit concerning that the Sun actually got that footage. Like, how do you get CCTV footage from a government building?
Yeah, I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
That's a bit dodge.
I'm not gonna lie, that took me by surprise. Well, my dad didn't know CCTV footage, right? He was going to me, oh, someone was outside with a long lens trying to see through the window, and I was like, surely that's a security risk if someone can do that.
Yeah, literally. So
Like,
that's slightly concerning, but yeah, man, like obviously he's now resigned after a lot of pressure. Boris backed him initially, saying the matter's over, he's apologized,
yeah.
but now he's resigned. But what do you like make of the whole thing? Were you angry with Matt Hancock when you found out? Yeah, what are your thoughts on the whole scenario?
So I mean, it depends on how you look at it, right? On a moral, ethical level, I don't like the guy. Well, to be fair, I've never liked the guy, but I don't like the guy for the fact that obviously you're cheating on your wife, you're still married to her,
Yeah,
you have kids, and you're doing it with someone who I'm guessing your wife or someone would have known and thought, oh, they're just friends, close friends, and like all this
yeah,
type of stuff. And this is happening behind the scenes during work time, like
yep.
when people are at home working from home, so social distance, all this, people can't go out. I think they told people don't meet with others, don't mingle, don't fuck, don't do. Sorry for my language, but anything else like that, like
No,
certain
they
things.
said don't kiss random people. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they said that.
Well, we know she's not random, but like,
But I mean,
yeah.
that's
But
it.
I'm just like, okay, now that this has happened, now we know that they're friends. What is going on? What's going through his head? So like, one thing that did pop up was, now did she get her job legal, like through the right means? Was it because she knew Matt
Yeah,
Hancock, or was she good at her job, or like what was going on? And now the health secretary like department has said that it was done all by the books, right?
yeah.
I still don't know.
And I mean, to be fair, with any job, you could say there's always a bit of, if you know the person in charge, you're gonna
Yeah.
get that leeway.
Oh yeah.
But it's the fact you don't want someone to be so underqualified that they just got it because they're like a secret lover. I think that's obviously a bit of a concern,
Yeah.
and that needs to be investigated, I'm sure.
But what would you say, like, is your, like, do you think Boris responded reasonably? Like, me personally, if I know this was all happening and he is like, Matt Hancock's done this, I get it. It doesn't have to do with what you do in your own time is your own time. Like, your affairs and stuff shouldn't affect what happens here, but it did happen during a work time. Like,
Yeah.
he's in office areas. So how does that work? Is HR to be
I
called, or what?
I think the thing with Boris, right, is everyone knows, and it's so frustrating that the guy lies, the guy sort of does what he wants, and yeah, everyone still backs him. Now, obviously, like this pandemic has been tough for him, it's been tough for everyone within the government. No one's like saying you can't get things wrong, but it's just like a lot of people are saying, and it's true. It's like so much hypocrisy where they're telling us one thing, it's one rule for us and another rule for them.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that he said, yeah, the matter's closed, which it just kind of makes it like, it's like he just doesn't give a shit about all these things that are happening. Even when Dominic Cummings drove all the way to wherever he went to get his family into another city, no real apology. It's just like, yeah, it happened. It is what it is. Like, and in some ways, obviously, as a boss, you got to back your team, but at the same time, you need to be a bit more firm with them. And I think this is something he definitely should have been a lot more firmer with.
Yeah. Do you think this was a sign of weakness? Like, do you think it's like he
Nah,
planned this out?
I don't think it's a sign of weakness. If anything, it's a sign of strength because, like I said, he just said it's done and the case is closed. People talking about it, he just like, I don't care, it's done. Like, so I don't think it's a sign of weakness from him. It's just frustrating from him that, again, something like this has happened and no one within power seems to actually care. Like, the media cares, we care, but
Yeah.
the guys that are running the country, they're just like, it is what it is. But
But do you think like someone's personal matters, like an affair and stuff, should affect their job role? Like,
technically it shouldn't, but
okay.
at the same time, you got to think about the position those two people are in, the implications it has from a working perspective, because at the end of the day, their obligations are to serve the people. It's not like a normal corporate job.
Yeah.
your civil service, government, you're serving the people that you're representing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a certain level of accountability that you must hold them to, greater than it was on, let's say, a normal job. Second of all, it's again, is it affecting the actual work? And because he is like the top guy making all these decisions about what to do, what not to do, I'm sure everyone, all of us have broken the rules and no one has found out. And obviously he's broken the rules. He thought no one would have found out. But at the same time, it's in an office environment. Like you could do that if you just get a hotel or go somewhere else, but in your office is a bit, come on.
And
So
you're
I
kind of
think-
expecting, like, if the guy is telling you the rules, he should be at least abiding them himself.
Exactly. Like, mate, in your office, if you want to just give a cheeky wink, like, whatever, man. Like, but keep your hands to yourself and
Cheeky
save it for
wink.
another time, like an hour after work or something, you know?
Yeah, the cheeky wink is that part of the game, yeah. A bit of a
Can I
cheeky-
bring up something that you touched on when you first brought this up? But
Yeah.
one thing that's really pissed me off, right, is the fact that social media's been obsessed with creating memes.
Mhm.
How can Hancock pull two women, whatever? Bro, man cheated on his wife, and no one's giving a shit about his wife. They got kids. She's obviously distraught. The news came out that apparently he's now left his wife.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, again, whether we should know that, we probably shouldn't. But it's still like, why did one thing I tweeted actually is like, has cheating become so normalized that we just don't give a shit about it anymore? Because the first thing I took away was, bro, man's cheating on his wife. How is his wife feeling? But obviously, no one's really caring about that, or very little anyway, from what I've seen. So, yeah, I just want to say that that's really, it's not cool for her. Like, she's the number one victim.
Yeah.
And then we, as like a society, yeah, we're pissed off. But I mean, she's obviously suffering, and I hope she's okay. But what a dickhead, man! Like,
I mean,
how can you?
It's got to do with timing. I think it's like, I don't know if they already. There was something that I read. I don't know if this is fact, true, or whatever it is, but I'm just gonna say it for now, and then obviously if it's not true, then I'm sorry. But it's like not that she knew, but they were already splitting just before the news came out.
Right. Okay.
Right. Like, so she was already not moving. I don't know if they're moving out, but like they've already decided to end things just before the news came out. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's because he knew the news was coming. He told her in advance, and then they decided to split ways. But that's what I've heard, is that she knew just before the newspapers knew. Right. But then this just impacts the kids so hard as well.
Yeah, man.
Just like if you have a daughter, and I know he has a daughter, it's just, how do you can't tell one thing and do something else, innit? Like, or respect, like, men need to respect women, and then you've gone and cheated on your own wife. Or
What kind of message does it send to
like,
the family, the kids? It must be a shit feeling.
And it has a long-lasting effect on the kids' mentality, their mental states as well. Like, this isn't something that's going to go away. Your dad was a public figure during one of the worst times during our generation, and his face is not going to disappear. Like, it's going to be a running meme from time to time, and it will keep coming up. And
he's integrated into pop culture forever.
Yeah.
Now,
so it's just crazy. It's just crazy to think.
Just to play like a bit of devil's advocate, like, I think Matt Hancocks just a bit of a dickhead for what he's done. And that's not taking the fact about he's breaking the rules. It's just that man cheated on his wife. So, but yeah, obviously he broke the rules and stuff. But like I was saying before, all of us have broken the rules, I'm sure. You know, to a certain extent. Some of us might have met someone outside that we shouldn't have. Some of us might not have social distanced. Is there a bit of leeway to say that, you know, everyone says that, it's that they work to different rules, but sometimes you just break it and they're also human? Is that a part of that?
Yeah, but it's not like he went to go help his dying mother or something. This, like, his breaking of the rules is kissing. and a former friend. Like, they're that like there are okay. I do admit people do break the rules. Like when my grandma's sick, I will go and help her out. Like this office is built in my house and not in my grandma's house, which I stay in. So I do travel between the two. But I'm not going out to go kiss someone behind my partner's back or something.
Yeah,
You get me?
true.
That's just that's not the same. That's not being like, oh, okay, we can let you slide because you're going to help someone. Is I'm sorry, unless she's choking on something, even if she's choking on something, there is no excuse for you to shove your tongue down her throat. Yeah, like
Nah, fair play.
you get me. So,
One thing that I found concerning about this thing as well is that apparently her brother
okay.
is works for a company who got a massive government contract.
Oh, okay.
Now, again, this is where it links to, regardless of whether she got the job on fair merit, even if she did, is now that an abuse of power that needs to be investigated?
Did she influence him? But did she influence the government? Oh,
Well,
that's a
I'm sure. I'm sure if you're an aide to the guy who's making the decision, there will be a level of influence there.
yeah.
Now, that could also just be a coincidence. You can't. Sometimes you have to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it does seem a bit too strange, intricate
But there is
for my
one
liking.
guy. There's one guy I know who will definitely be over the moon that Hancock got fired, and that would be Dominic Cummings.
Oh yeah,
Dominic
man's
Cummings
best friend.
would be over the moon knowing that.
No, but this is another thing. He didn't get fired. He resigned.
Yeah,
Boris
okay,
still
yeah.
backed him.
Sorry, he resigned. Now, I think this was a tactical play, right? In the sense that Boris didn't sack him so that later on he could always bring him back. It doesn't have to be now, it could be further down. Because if he's
That's
sacked,
very true.
if he
Actually.
was sacked, he can't come back. Let's be honest. If Boris goes now,
Yeah,
you have to leave.
that's a weak
You
move.
can't.
If he came back after being sacked.
But now Hancock has resigned. He can come back later on. Like, it's not that Boris sacked him before and brought him back. It's he left on his own will and he came back, and that's it. Now,
Yeah.
that's a whole different thing. But Dominic Cummings has been trying to tear that government apart. Yeah. By releasing the WhatsApp messages. Yeah.
Yeah.
Telling all the behind the scenes stories of what's been going on. Boris Johnson calling Matt Hancock hopeless. Like, it's out there. And now it's come out that Hancock doesn't follow his own rules. He, as they said, do as I say, not as I do. Right?
Yeah.
That's what they believe in. And do you think this could be a downfall for the Conservative government?
Nah,
No?
not at all, man.
You think?
They are pretty much invincible, as sad as it is to say right now. They've got the vaccine rollout, which has been a success, which they can always fall back on. And I think because of that, a lot of people now will overlook, even when any future report does come out, of how badly they handled those initial stages of the pandemic. Even taking into account that it's a stressful time, no one knows what they're doing. There were just logical things they could have done, which they didn't do. But now that the vaccine rollout has been a success, I think people are just going to give them a pass. I think the fact that they're still very hard on immigration, on Brexit, that's a whole lot of the population which are still for that government. Even those seats that were used to be Labour, that turned Conservative at the last election, would be generally happy, I would say, about the way it's going. They have announced some more investment in the north, again, trying to move a lot of the bureaucratic sort of buildings or government roles up north, sort of balancing out. They still have that commitment which they're fulfilling to an extent.
Yeah.
So, I do not think at all that Boris has just got somehow people just like him, or if they don't like him, they'll still vote for him. And partly it has to do with all the things I've just said. Partly it has to do with Labour not being in a great position right now. So I honestly don't think they will be affected.
And we're kind of in agreement that Labour isn't as strong as it used to be, right? There's no good
For
candidates, no
sure.
one to look at. I don't even know what Labour's doing nowadays, other than sacking
Yeah,
females for not helping them for some reason. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you recall. During the election, that the was it the mayor election? So Labour
no,
didn't do well in the coasts, right?
yeah,
And
okay.
then the head of the Labour Party sacked his one of these ladies who was working there and blamed it on her, and it just didn't
Really?
make and it didn't make sense, and he had so much backlash for it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's
I don't know. I don't find Keir Starmer really appealing.
yeah,
Um, I, I, I have no shame in saying that I like Jeremy Corbyn. I know that's kind of a thing, like, oh, he had dodgy things, but I quite liked him, like as a man and what he stood for
yeah,
and the things that he wanted. Like, he was someone that a lot of people in our generation could really sort of really connect with, whereas the leadership right now, it's just not got that same
yeah.
um, pulling power. And their message is unity, but is it really unified? Not that much. So
Hmm.
fortunately, I can only see Boris getting elected again if he runs for prime minister in a few years' time. So yeah.
Oh, that will be quite. It's quite funny to think. We got Boris Johnson as prime minister of the
Sometimes
UK.
I wonder. Yeah, we used to take the piss out of America for having Trump as a president, but when you consider all the stuff that Boris has said and what he's done and what he continues to do, it's like, can we really talk now? Like, it's
But
a
I
bit.
mean,
Well, I know we can because Trump's just Trump, but like,
but I mean, they went and elected Biden. He has like dementia, no? Like he's gone, like mentally,
oh
he's
my
not there.
god.
Like we have seen that during his G7 meeting. He is not like a strong American presence. Like
Well, I honestly don't know enough about it to comment properly,
he
but
tried correcting.
I have watched videos
He
of
tried
him
to
messing
correct
up
our prime
speeches.
minister. He tried to correct our prime minister, and I will be the first one to say Boris Johnson is not the smart. He might be. He's actually quite a smart man, but Boris Johnson is not a man I always back or support, or whatever it was. But my God, he put Biden in his place when Biden came and tried to correct him about the greetings of all the people, and he said, "Yes, we've done like sit in." He basically said, "Sit in your corner, just sit there, keep quiet, shush, shush." Yeah, and he put his hand there and just going, "Shush, shush, just keep quiet." Like,
You're in a corner, bro.
yeah, that's their showing. Whereas with Brexit happening, with all this, like, it's tough because the UK to get the vaccine, like to start making a vaccine, obviously in this small country, and then to do deals with the India and all this, it's worked out a lot better than we expected. Let's be honest, no one expected the
Yeah,
vaccine to happen. And so, see, my thoughts is I always voted to stay in the EU, right? I'm going to put it out there. Yeah, I voted to stay in the EU. But now that obviously Brexit has gone through, you got to go through with it, right? There's no point in
yeah, hundred
complaining about
percent.
it anymore. We've put it for election. If you go against the election, then what's the point in democracy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally. When people were saying like, "Oh, let's have another vote on the referendum," honestly, I voted as well to stay. But
yeah,
if it ever did come to it that there was another vote to stay or leave in the EU, I would vote to leave because just on principle, like we shouldn't be having another election, no matter how close it was.
yeah,
If people have decided to leave, even if we don't agree with it,
yeah.
we
You
should
don't, you
leave.
don't, you don't get redos unless there's
Yeah.
sufficient information that there's been some foul play, some sort of forgery and stuff. Like I do know that they did lie. There was a bus that said they were going to give all the money they were paying to
Yeah,
the NHS.
I saw that as well. And look, there were lies and everything, but part of me thinks there were obviously some people who just voted for it because they're dickheads and they're stupid
Yeah.
or they're racist or whatever. But
Well,
there were a lot of people that voted because they're just intelligent people and they thought Brexit would be a good thing. So
yeah. I
you
mean,
can't.
everyone makes up their own mind and they get to vote.
I like Weatherspoons and the boss there, but is a hard Brexiteer. So what
What?
can we say?
base it off your favorite pubs, guys. That's what he's
Yeah,
saying.
literally. Oh man, I actually haven't been Weatherspoons in so long. I can't wait to go.
I was
Again.
gonna go because this is actually a good leeway into our next topic, but because of the Euros, pubs
The
have probably been
Euros.
packed. Not as packed as it should be during this COVID time, but they're probably still packed as hell.
We went to go watch a game at a pub.
Yeah.
Portugal versus Germany, which was a madness.
Great game.
Uh,
Pub could have been better, but great game.
and I was so happy that Portugal lost because they're not as they're not as great as they say everyone says they are.
Yeah.
For our viewers, just to put on the record, we are filming this podcast on Monday, 28th of June, whilst the France versus Switzerland game is currently happening. 25 minutes gone, Switzerland are leading 1-0.
Oh damn.
1-0. France are my team to win the tournament. Like, and I still have faith. They should win this game still. But damn, they're losing.
I'll be honest with you. This Euros has been full of shocks, right? Has been full.
Yeah. What did you think of the group stages, bro?
So I expected a close game for Croatia, which we did, but luckily we did manage to get a win.
Yep.
Scotland game was a fucking joke.
Yep.
It was a fucking joke. Like,
Scotland controlled the midfield, and that's such a weird thing to say. Like, Scotland are shit. Like,
no. Okay,
we should not be allowing ourselves to get in a position where Scotland controlled the midfield.
Now,
and yet we did.
If we look at it, right, this is one of England's biggest games. It's the fact that it's
the history.
It's the history, isn't it? Like, Scotland.
But they're still so shit.
No, but there are names. Okay, yeah, they are the third worst team in the Euros, right? On paper, that's what they are. However, they do have a lot of young rising talent coming in. Like, let's be honest, Robertson plays for Liverpool. He's no joke. He's quite good.
Yeah.
Billy Gilmore, one of Chelsea's finest. Like, coming out there doing well. I was surprised that he started in the game, but it was still very well done. But with the quality that England has, they should have killed it. They should have killed the game. And when it wasn't working, they should have done substitutes because our bench is just as strong. Our bench is better than Scotland's first team.
Of course.
Yeah. And Jadon bloody Sancho only made it onto the bench. He didn't even make it the team in the Croatian game. How?
This is what stresses me out, yeah. No matter who you want to pick for your starting 11, whatever, back Southgate, not back Southgate. How the fuck has Jadon Sancho, he's got 30 plus goals and assists combined for like the past 2 seasons. One of the best wingers in world football. Gonna get a record transfer, not a record transfer, but a large transfer to Man U this summer probably. He's only played like what? Less than 10 minutes in one game.
It's been a disgrace.
For me, he should start. If you don't want to start him, fine. But how are people like Sterling and Rashford, who comparatively, even though they've performed for England before, have had very bad seasons for their standard, how is Sancho not even starting the game? Southgate says that he's inexperienced in tournament football. Bro, man's playing Champions League every week for Borussia Dortmund. You know, what's Rashford doing in the Europa League? What's Sterling doing? He can't even get the team because Foden's taking his place at City.
And they're putting Sterling up for transfer. Sterling's been up as a transfer option.
I don't think Sterling would want to go.
No, it doesn't matter though. If he wants to go, they'll probably say you have.
Well, no, I think that there needs to be a player agreement there. They can't just force a player out like that. No. Sterling's well within his right to see out his contract.
Yeah, and then we know how Man City treats their players, and all clubs do the same thing. Is if someone refuses and gonna act out, they just don't play, and you don't see them anymore, and they disappear. We've seen that multiple times with loads of players that go to City, that goes to other clubs. But the thing is with Sterling is he's a okay player. Like, I'm not putting him down. He is a really fast, good player.
Yeah.
However, he overthinks too much and slows down the game of play when he stinks.
Yes. Oh my
Right?
God. Yes.
When he runs, he can run straight in a line and he can cut and whatever it is. But for him to decide, let me cut, will take him like a minute. And then it takes another minute, hey, let me go the other way. And I'm just like, you're faster than this, you're quicker than this. When you don't have to decide, you can score. Like that header he scored, he didn't have any other choice but to try and put that in the back of the goal. And he did
Yeah.
it, right? If it wasn't him, like, okay, Saka tried and he missed it. And Saka had a fantastic game that day.
Yeah. Fair
Yeah.
play to Saka.
In their last game. Who did they play against? It was
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. They had a fantastic game. But Sterling, oh my God, if he can't get through a defender, he needs to go. If he couldn't get around that defender, and we saw him having trouble, Grealish should have came on so much earlier than he did.
Grealish should be starting. I think the whole country's saying it, but he should be starting for sure. I still don't understand how. Well, actually, I do understand how, but I don't agree at all with why Sterling is starting when he can't even get first team football at his own club.
Now I'm gonna say something, and I don't know if it's controversial. I'm gonna ask you a question basically, and let's see what your response is. What's your thoughts on Harry Kane's performance so far in this Euros?
Harry Kane. So, I think he is probably our best player.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's not probably. He is the best player in the team.
In the team?
I mean, who's better than Harry Kane really in England? The squad. You could say Foden's not there yet.
He's not there yet, but I feel like a lot of players have put more presence in the sense that when Mount was there and didn't have to quarantine, Mount was being able to not dictate, but
but he's not. He's not that. If you take it off general form for the past like 3-4 years, Kane is England's best player.
No, that's fine.
Just put it out there. But like
in the last 3 games, how many times have you spotted Kane in the match?
No, but this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think so Kane is our best player, and as England's best player, you need to have a system that gets the best out of Kane. Mm-hmm. And currently, whatever system we're playing is not working.
Okay.
He's dropping too deep to impact the game from a goal scoring point of view. Mm-hmm. We don't have the wingers on each side to then run into the space, which is why, again, Sancho should be playing and all Rashford as well, to be honest, to at least like open that space up to get the wide man in, to maybe cut back or even score themselves. I don't think the system is getting the best out of Kane. And part of it is he's probably a bit tired, not on form. But it's just the lack of chances we're putting on a plate for him is concerning. Like, you think about Lukaku, he didn't score in 2 of the games he's played, but he's had chances. They provided him clear-cut chances.
Yeah.
How can we really say that? Only in the last game against Czech Republic, Maguire, out of all people, slid in a really quick pass to him, and Kane should have done better, and could have scored. But other than that, not much. And I just feel like the midfielders and the people behind Kane aren't supplying him with the ball quick enough. You want Kane sort of running in against the defender, or at least if he drops back, at least making that key pass for someone to run onto. But then no one's doing that. So I think he's had a poor tournament, but you can't solely blame it on him. You need to look at the players around you. You need to build your team around your best players. So that's my thoughts on Kane, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. I think he's going around too quiet. I'm not seeing enough from him. When I heard him say to take out of the Scotland game, we should be happy that we got a clean sheet, I'm thinking, are you a defender or are you a goddamn striker? Why are you happy we got a clean sheet?
But that's more a PR.
But that's not his worry.
A PR exercise, though. Surely.
Yeah, no. That should not be his worry. He should be, I am deeply, deeply upset that I didn't get to score in that game. Yeah.
Deeply upset.
Yeah. He shouldn't be caring if it's a clean sheet. He should be worried that he gave them a clean sheet. Yeah, he should have put them in behind. Like, I believe the team has so much potential, but it's England. They're always going to step over their own toes and fail and flop. And
so what do you think about, we're obviously playing Germany tomorrow.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
If
Like,
Werner scores against England, or if Werner,
Werner's not starting, bro.
yeah, I know.
Werner's not
Do
starting.
you know what I love? Yeah, I love the fact. Yeah, they knew Werner would be such a flop after his season. Yeah, they brought Muller back after retirement. Like,
But you know what? That's one of the shittest thing that Germany did, yeah, to retire Muller and Hummels. Like, then they're actually not that old, and
I
yet
mean,
they
I
were
mean,
retired to let a younger generation in.
Hummel's got an own goal.
Yeah, but bro, anyone in his position could have done that.
Yeah.
That was just a freak thing. Generally, he's been decent.
Yeah.
Muller's been good as well, I would say overall. Havertz has been fairly good.
Havertz has been fantastic. That boy is flying. He has been amazing for Chelsea, and he's coming off that high.
Carlo's a Chelsea
scoring
fan, by the way.
Yeah.
Just
coming
so
off that
knows.
high of scoring the winning goal in the Champions League. Yeah, he deserves to carry that on. Werner, on the other hand, he runs, he does all the other work. If you can't, as a striker, put it at the back of the net when it counts, when it matters, when it's needed by your club, no, you don't deserve to start or play. But
So then,
if Werner does play, and if he does, I hope not, and I hope not. If he scores against England,
we're fucked.
then
It's
there's
done.
no hope for England.
Just
England
go
has no
home, man.
hope. Yeah, like there is no hope for England.
Nah, but he won't score. He's just
Right.
too shit. He probably won't even get a minute on the game, to be fair. But do you think are we favourites for this game?
I don't
I think we are.
see.
Just
I would
about.
love to say we're favourites because I know Mount and Chilwell and them are back. I heard Saka might not be able to be in the team. I do think we might be favourites, but the thing is, I want revenge. Right? I want to say England is the favourite to go in. I want the revenge for that disallowed Frank Lampard goal in the World Cup.
Yeah, that was shit.
When it hit the crossbar before goal line technology was even a thing, and we saw it go in, and they
Everyone
had the
saw it
audacity.
going, apart from the referee.
They had the audacity to tell us it didn't. Nah, I was done.
Bruh,
So
stress.
I want revenge. I will say England are the favourites, even though I'll be honest, Germany has
But
such
I
a strong
think
team.
we can win. Like realistically, we can win.
Yeah.
It's just the system we play on the day. Can we nullify Germany's?
Come in and disrupt it.
Lol.
I do apologize. Okay.
No.
Okay. Now, where do we go from?
Yeah, I think the back four is solid enough. So yeah, England, we can win, right?
Yeah, we should win, but it's tight. It depends on the day as well because it's at Wembley, right? England's
Which
home
is our
ground.
advantage.
Yeah, England's home ground. I did hear at one point, one day Germany wasn't allowed to train.
Yeah, some I heard something like that.
Yeah, it's because of the heavy rain or something. They were scared they were going to damage the pitch. So we do have. The thing is, okay, I want to be really honest here about this. If we beat Germany,
we should
England
get to the final.
should go to the finals. There's no question about it at all.
We definitely should be making the finals if we beat Germany.
Netherlands have been knocked out. We have no Okay, I shouldn't say that because you're going to jinx it. We are the team that lost to Iceland one time.
No, but we should, on paper, be getting to the final if we beat Germany.
Yes, 100%.
The teams are still left in the competition.
Yes,
like that's not being over optimistic. That's just it is what it is.
And if teams like France or someone gets knocked out by Switzerland or someone like that, there should be no questions.
So okay, let's take it back. We've talked a bit about England.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about the rest of the team. So obviously, the Dutch got knocked out yesterday.
Yeah.
Fairly, I thought they were the better team up until the red card. Belgium knocked Portugal out.
1-0. Torgan Hazard, amazing goal.
Yeah, fantastic goal. Eden Hazard was he was back dancing again, and I loved I love that about him.
Yeah.
Obviously, he went off a bit injured. So did De
De
Bruyne.
Bruyne.
But
See,
I
De
thought
Bruyne
Lukaku's hold-up play was sick,
I feel
man.
like De
Like,
Bruyne is a really good player. He's had an unfortunate couple of games in the sense that just the injuries. He got hit in the
yeah,
finals of Champions League, and then he got hit again now, which he had to walk off with. And I feel like that does dampen a bit, even though we know he's a goal scorer, he's an opportunist. He can put people into places, and it's fantastic. And I think this is one of Belgium's best teams. I'm not sure about the back, like the defense, but attacking wise, one of the best teams I've seen, 100%. And if you
yeah,
got people like Thierry Henry showing you to finish, like, and that was one of Lukaku's issues, and his touches were bad before. Now you don't see that as often. It's
yeah.
fantastic. And you're telling me you got Torgan Hazard on the left and Eden Hazard, the brother, on the right, and these two are double. Like, nah, man. This
No, it's
like
too much, man. It's too
you
much.
can't ask for better chemistry than having two brothers on the pitch.
I think Portugal. I thought it was a bad move leaving Bruno Fernandes on the bench.
No,
Um,
I think it was okay. The only reason being,
nah,
Bruno Fernandes is a fantastic player for Man United, but he has not shown up for the country. He's like Messi.
no, but see, this is another thing where you need to get the best out of Fernandes.
Okay, you want to get the best out of
And
Fernandes?
when he was on the pitch, he
Yeah.
did play well. I thought.
No, you want to get the best out of Fernandes, you just give him a penalty. That's it. But
No, that's too simplistic, man. Too simplistic.
but let's be honest, that's where most of his goals come from. It's from penalties.
It's not about goals, it's about the creation as well,
Yeah,
what he
but
does for the
He
team.
gives him that motivation. Who else has the creation? Everyone in Portugal, when we look at, it's been this for years. When we look at Portugal, we just think Ronaldo, Ronaldo, Ronaldo.
But Ronaldo is a hindrance to them. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
If you play that team without Ronaldo, as good as Ronaldo is, I think it's a lot more cohesive.
I saw yeah, a banner at the game, right, that said, Ronaldo, we love you, at the bottom, and Bruno. Yeah? In big, Ronaldo, we love you, and Bruno. Like, let's be honest, everyone's going to be second to Ronaldo. Do you think this could be his last tournament?
No, because World Cup's in a year. You can easily make that.
Yeah.
Easily.
These were
to be honest, as long as Ronaldo keeps on playing football, even then if he's 40, he'd still, I'm sure, want to play international football. But yeah, so Belgium are through. They're looking really sharp. Italy had a bit of a scare against Austria, but managed to get that one out of the bag in extra time.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're looking really scary. Have you watched France play?
I've seen, I think it was the big games, France, Portugal, Germany, France, all that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we missed the Hungary-France game because we were watching the film. They drew 1-1, which was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
But
I think Pogba's been immense.
But to survive that crazy group, France
to top it.
Yeah.
I still think they're favourites. Let's see how this game goes against Switzerland. Let me just check the score.
Yeah, it's still 1-0.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh my god. So have you seen? So I'm just watching this. I'm looking at the stats, right? I shouldn't be, but I'm looking at the stats. Possession is 55% France, 45% Switzerland. Yeah. Switzerland had 4 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal. France 6 shots, 0 on target.
Crazy.
That's the thing. Okay, I don't know. It's just a tough thing to look at. What's the lineup looking at?
They're doing the 3-4-3 actually today, France.
Okay, so they got Mbappe and Benzema up front, and they put Griezmann behind. Oh, that's a.
It's the midfield. They got Pavard in like a wing back position. Same with Rabiot.
Pogba, Kante in the middle.
I think watching Pogba play for France is just really beautiful. Like, he just feels like he has so much room to do what he wants, make those passes. Like the passes he made against Portugal to put Benzema in. He had a few that he tried to get Mbappe in that were offside. I think he's been like really, really good. Like probably one of France's best players.
If France want to go, they need Olivier Giroud.
Yes. Well, it's not come to that yet.
He's
So
he's the king of goal scoring at the right time. He's
yeah. But so yeah, like that's pretty much the Euros. Hopefully England win tomorrow. Um,
no okay. By the time this comes out, England would have won and beaten Germany.
of
Yeah,
course,
like
of course.
yes, well done to the boys. Yeah, we'll see if this ages well. So,
It's coming home.
we've won this, and yeah, the Euros is ours. Now what?
Yeah, I'm gonna mean when the Euros end, it's gonna be like, what's there to watch now?
Yeah,
You know when things that happen like really like sporting events like Euros, Olympics and stuff. You watch it like crazily for like a couple of weeks, a month, and then there's nothing, and I'm like, bro, what do I do with my life now?
yeah.
Like,
It's like football has been so much. Like my cousin goes and says, "Keep the 3rd of July free," and I'm like, "Why?" She goes, "It's my anniversary party," and I said, "What football games on that day?" That's the first thing I asked. I had to go and check. Yo, what's on that day? Okay, quarterfinals. What time? Yeah, so I'm gonna be watching that in your house. Like that's it. That
literally,
was it. Like
people have like the audacity to think that their shit's more important than the semi-finals or the
yeah,
final. Like,
it's
come on,
like
man.
I'll be there for your engagement, but I'm watching my team. Or
Every time, like if you ever plan like a wedding or something, bro, just always make sure it's not on the day of a final or something.
like
Because like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yo, one day, me and my family, we were all at a wedding. We were invited to a wedding, yeah. And then we're just like, it's England versus Portugal. Why are we here? Why are
why are
we
you
here?
there? Why are you
Like,
there?
someone's wedding. I don't even know these people. I'm like really small, right? So I don't even know these people. And this is the day when when Ronaldo annoyed Rooney in it, and Rooney got sent off
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that.
Oh,
And
that
these
was a sick
like,
age, to be
and
fair.
we were just like, you know what? Everyone just slowly leave. And we all left, and we just went to my house, and we're all just watching the game at my house.
That's jokes.
Like, and I'm not saying like just me, my dad. I'm saying my whole dad's side all turned up to my yard. My cousins all came to my yard. We all left the wedding just to watch the game. Like,
That's jokes. All
like,
right, nothing but respect.
like you gotta watch it. Like, it's your country, it's your thing. I understand it's someone's wedding, someone's daughter's wedding, someone's
Nah, it's
son's
okay. That
wedding.
doesn't mean anything.
But
It's fine.
my, you should have known. You should have known there's a football match going on. At least show it in your wedding. I don't want to see your pictures. Like, I want to see my team.
Just have it all in the background.
And yes.
Honestly, man.
Ugh. Some people have the audacity.
Honestly. Well, hopefully the final England's gonna be there. I don't know who will play, but it's gonna be a tough team regardless. But
Okay, no, okay. Let's give our predictions. Finals. Out of these teams.
see, I'm backing France. So I have to back France. But if France don't, then Belgium or
I need your
Italy.
solid. Who you think? Solid.
Belgium or Italy. I'm still gonna say France, England.
Okay.
But if it's not France, I'm gonna edge Belgium.
Oh, okay.
I think yeah, I think Belgium.
You think Belgium's gonna win it? I think that's a very tough game because I feel like whoever dominates the midfield will win the game.
No, as in Belgium versus England in the final.
No,
I'm not
I
gonna
know.
say who's winning it.
But you think Belgium will beat Italy to go through, right? I do think.
Yeah, I think.
I'll put it to you. I thought it was either France or Belgium, and I'll most likely give it to Belgium, right? With you. But you think England will go through as well?
Yeah, because if we beat Germany, we should get to the final, really.
Sure.
Especially now that Holland are knocked out. You would think that we should beat Denmark if let's say Denmark get to the semis.
I'm not gonna lie. One team I'm scared of is Czech Republic.
Nah, we beat them already. They're fine.
Czech Republic. Oh yeah.
Why are you getting scared, man? We already beat them. Don't worry. To be fair, Denmark will probably beat them, I would say. So we'll probably play Denmark in the semis.
Denmark are on a roll. Like, they're killing everyone. I'm scared of them as well. Oh my God, this side's actually not so easy as I thought.
Nah, but it is though. This is what I'm saying, man. England, we're like put in this position like, oh, could we beat them? Bro, England should win these games, man. Like Germany's an actual test. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose to Germany, but if we win, bro, final is like minimum requirement. Then I'm sorry.
Okay. So that's where we put it. Belgium and England in the finals, right?
Yeah. Well, France, England. Let's see how that France game goes in the next 45 minutes. It's still 1-0 at half time, by the way.
You've clocked in France, England. I'm saying Belgium, England. Okay.
All right. Cool.
We'll see at the end, and then maybe we might watch it together or might not, depending on. But when is the finals? Oh, it's the 11th, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually not far away. That's next week.
Two weekends.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Oh damn! Then what are we gonna do? I don't watch Wimbledon, so.
Olympics is soon after, so I guess that.
Oh jeez, but yeah,
Tokyo.
I think we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah, man.
This has been the Waffle Podcast. Thank you everyone for watching, and see ya.
Hopefully we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
bye guys.
Yeah, bye.